Welcome students to Simplified Chemistry YouTube channel. We are studying about the solutions. In last lecture we discussed about the vapor pressure of solution of liquid in the liquid and Raoult's law of the vapor pressure of the solution. In today's lesson we are going to discuss the colligative properties of solutions containing non-electrolyte solute. So first we consider what is meaning of non-electrolyte. The chemical substances when dissolved into the water and which does not ionizes in the corresponding ions, that is cations and anions, are known as non-electrolytes. So when such non-electrolyte solutes are dissolved in the solution, then the solution is formed and these solutions shows the similarity in the some physical properties, and such physical properties are called as colligative properties of the particular solution. All these physical properties are mainly depends upon the number of solute particles present in the solution, and they are not depends upon the nature of the solute particles present in the solution, and hence these properties are called as colligative properties. So first we consider here the definition of colligative properties. So what is meaning of colligative properties? Colligative properties are the properties of solution which depends on number of solute particles. The properties of solutions which depends upon the number of solute particles in the solution, and they are not depend on the nature of solute particles. Such properties are called as colligative properties. In examination, question will be asked, define colligative property. So what is colligative property? How we write the definition? The physical properties of solution that depends on the number of solute particles in the solution and not on their nature are called colligative properties. So there are 4 colligative properties we have to study in this topic. So first colligative property is vapor pressure lowering. Second one is boiling point elevation. Third one is freezing point depression, and fourth one is a osmotic pressure. So in this topic we are going to study in detail these 4 colligative properties. What are colligative properties? The properties of solution which are depends upon the number of solute particles in the solution and not on their nature. And how many colligative properties? There are 4 colligative properties. First one is vapor pressure lowering. Second one is boiling point elevation. Third one is freezing point depression. And fourth one is the osmotic pressure. So when you consider the concentration of solution to study the colligative properties, the concentration of solution should be taken up to the 0.2 molar. So colligative properties are only observed for the dilute solution which contains the number of moles of solute in the solution, that is 0.2. So these properties are of only dilute solutions having the concentration of solution 0.2 molar. So this is about the colligative properties. So next point is first colligative property, that is vapor pressure lowering. Before considering vapor pressure lowering, we just revise the concept of vapor pressure. So consider this figure. In the figure A, when you consider figure A, it indicates a container which contains pure solvent. In figure A, the container or bottle which consists of pure solvent. This bottle is sealed. Okay, therefore no any molecule or particle of this solvent gets escape in the atmosphere. So, as it is a pure solvent, after some time, the pure solvent which is kept in the container which start to self-evaporate. The vapors of this solvent gets collected in the empty region or the space of the container, and after saturation of this empty space by the vapors of this solvent, these vapors exert the pressure in the downward direction on the particles which are present on the upper layer of this solvent, and such pressure which is exerted, the pressure exerted by the vapors of the solvent, okay, these vapors are present above the solvent level on the solvent particles. That pressure is called as vapor pressure. So it is a vapor pressure, the pressure exerted by solvent vapors on the surface of this liquid is known as vapor pressure of this pure solvent, and this vapor pressure is represented by letter P01. So P01 is the vapor pressure of pure solvent. As it is a pure solvent, it contains only one type of molecules. It contains only one type of molecules. Suppose we add the solute particles. Non-volatile solute is added in this solvent. These solute particles and solvent particles, they will be mixed with each other. Okay, and there is a formation of solution takes place. So when solution is formed, when we add the non-volatile solute in the solvent, then solution is formed. The formed solution is represented or is shown in the figure B. When there is a mixing of solvent and solute particle takes place, then there is a binding between the solute and solvent particles in the solution. There are interactions between the solute particles, solvent particles, as well as solvent particles, and therefore the number of particles, the number of solvent particles present per unit area, which are present per unit area over the surface, are decreased. In solvent particles, only pure solvent particles are present over the upper surface of the solvent. But in solution, along with solvent particles, solute particles are also present at the upper layer of the solution. As solute is non-volatile, and therefore solute particles does not vaporize as that of the solvent particles, and hence only solvent particles are converted into the vapor state, and the amount of vapors present in the empty region of this container as compared to solvent are lower, and therefore less pressure, or as compared to solvent particles or only pure solvent, the pressure exerted by solvent particles in the solution are decreased, are lowered. Okay, and this vapor pressure of solvent particles in the solution are represented by P1. So what is a P1? P1 is nothing but vapor pressure of solvent above the solution. Thus, the vapor pressure of the solvent above the solution is decreased and this vapor pressure is known as lowering of vapor pressure. So what is the lowering of vapor pressure? It is the difference between the vapor pressure of solvent particles in pure state and the vapor pressure of solvent in the solution. So vapor pressure of solvent above the solution is represented by P1. So P1 is vapor pressure of solvent above the solution. So here this blue colored spheres showing the solvent molecules, red colored spheres are showing the solute molecules. In solvent molecules, in solvent container, only solvent molecules are present, and therefore their vapor pressure is higher one. But in solution, solvent particles are combined or mixed with the solute particles. The number of solute particles present in the upper layer are less as compared to that of in the pure solvent, and therefore vapor pressure of solvent in the solution is decreased, and that decrease in vapor pressure of solvent particle in the solution is represented by delta P, and that delta P is equal to P01 minus P1, and that difference between the vapor pressure of solvent above the solvent and vapor pressure of solvent above the solution is known as vapor pressure lowering. Is known as vapor pressure lowering. Why there is lowering of vapor pressure of solvent molecule takes place in the solution? Because in the solution the number of solvent particles present at upper layer are less, and vaporization of solvent particle takes place by slowly. The rate of vaporization is lower as compared to the rate of vaporization of solvent particles in solvent, and hence the vapor pressure, only some particles of solvent gets vaporized in the solution, and hence vapor pressure of solvent in the solution decreased, and that decrease in vapor pressure is nothing but vapor pressure lowering. So what is the lowering of vapor pressure or vapor pressure lowering? It is the difference. Vapor pressure lowering is the difference between the vapor pressure of pure solvent and vapor pressure of solvent above the solution. That is called as vapor pressure lowering. So this is about the vapor pressure lowering or lowering of vapor pressure. So next point is Raoult's law for a solution of non-volatile solute. आपण Raoult's law non-volatile solute च्या solution साठी apply करणार आहे. So for that purpose we consider a binary solution which contains non-volatile solute dissolved in the solvent. So consider here, let P1 is equal to vapor pressure of pure solvent. जेव्हा solvent हे pure state मध्ये होतं तेव्हा त्याचा जो vapor pressure आहे तो आपण घेतला P01. P1 is equal to vapor pressure of solvent in the solution. Solution मध्ये solvent चा vapor pressure काय होतो? Pure state पेक्षा कमी होतो आणि तो घेतला आपण P1. So P1 is equal to vapor pressure of solvent in the solution. As a binary solution, it contains two components. One is a solute which is non-volatile, and second one is a solvent which is also liquid. So x1 is equal to mole fraction of solvent. त्या solution मध्ये solvent चे mole fraction किती घेतला आपण? x1 एवढा घेतला. x2 is equal to mole fraction of solute. x2 is the mole fraction of solute. Then the vapor pressure of solvent in the solution is given by P1 is equal to P01 into x1, and this expression gives us the statement for the Raoult's law of the solution which contains non-volatile solute. So according to this statement, how we define the Raoult's law for the solution which contains non-volatile solute? The vapor pressure of solvent in the solution is the product of vapor pressure of pure solvent and the mole fraction of solvent in the solution. So thus the Raoult's law for a solution of non-volatile solute is defined as the vapor pressure of solvent in the solution is the multiplication of vapor pressure of pure solvent and the mole fraction of solvent in the solution. So this is the statement of Raoult's law. So for binary solution, we know that the x1 plus x2, that is number of moles of solute and solvent, is equal to 1. And therefore, we can write x1 is equal to 1 minus x2. Substituting this value here, we get P1 is equal to P01 into 1 minus x2, and therefore P1 is equal to P01 minus P01 into x2. Taking this P01 on this side, we get P01 minus P01 minus P1 is equal to P01 into x2, and therefore P01 minus P1 is nothing but the lowering of vapor pressure, and that is equal to delta P, and it is equal to P01 into x2. So according to Raoult's law, for a solution of non-volatile solute, the lowering of vapor pressure of a solution which contains non-volatile solute is equal to the multiplication of vapor pressure of pure solvent and the mole fraction of solute in the solution. So this is the statement of the Raoult's law for the solution which contains non-volatile solute. So as you compare here, this delta P is proportional to the mole fraction of solute in the solution, and mole fraction of solute in the solution is depends upon the number of moles of solute in the solution, means here number of solute particles in the solution, and hence this delta P, that is lowering of vapor pressure, is a colligative property because it is depends upon the number of solute particles in the solution. So when you consider here the graphical presentation of vapor pressure of solvent against the mole fraction of solvent in the solution, initially the number of mole fractions of solvent is considered here 0, as mole fraction of solvent goes on increasing from 0 to 1. Then the vapor pressure of solvent in the solution also goes on increasing. So here we can say that the vapor pressure of solvent in the solution is directly proportional to the mole fraction of solvent in the solution. So this is about the first colligative property, that is lowering of vapor pressure.